Hello and thank you for tuning in to episode 21 of the Europoor podcast, where we talk about stupid news from around Europe. Today we have news from Croatia, England, Poland, Italy, and something very quick from Germany. And I'm here with Mr. Horia.
Hello.
And Mr. Gabriel.
Hello.
How are you guys doing?
Lovely. I'm two more annoying moves from my co-workers from suicide. So it's a tough one.
You're basically close to being in a checkmate.
Not exactly the best day. No, not a checkmate.
Just the checkmate.
Not even the check. No. Not even. Just annoying bullshit, man. Like I don't know.
Just walk it off, you fucking liberal.
Stupid processes, man.
Fucking snowflake. Get wrecked.
Fucking albeit.
Get wrecked, liberal. Okay. How are you, Horia? Are you
Considering it's not really spicy, because I found a girl that thinks she's a hero now, but it's considering it's a Friday, I'm pretty down, but I'll spice things up with you guys.
Yeah. Sounds cunty.
It does.
Okay, so
because it is.
Maybe that's why.
Let's begin with our little game of rock, paper, PayPal to decide who goes first, second, and last.
It's like a Russian roulette, except we don't have the bullet.
We just have a cunt that loses every time.
We basically don't have anything.
Would be nice to play the Russian roulette with like sort of an opposite Russian roulette where you don't have a bullet, but you have like 7 and it's one missing rather than whatever. Like how many bullets are there in a revolver? I think there's
like
6.
6, yeah.
So yeah, rather have 5 and 1 missing, and the motherfucker that gets to live, he's the unlucky cunt.
The nihilistic Russian roulette. Okay, so this time...
It's a fair game, man. Why have only one winner when everyone can win?
It's time to begin the countdown. I'm gonna do it this time. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Rock.
Paper.
It's a tie. Okay, again. 3, 2, 1, go. Paper.
We just switched around. That's another tie.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Rock. Did we all say rock?
Yeah. Because we rock.
Cringe. Okay. 3, 2,
so now you see
1,
why.
go. Rock. Okay.
It sounds like we're doing it on purpose.
Fuck it.
I told you that the reverse
Random number generator. Fuck this.
Let's try it one more time. More time.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Paper. Okay, fuck off. Pick a number.
3.
Okay, Gabi, 1 or 2?
Which one is bigger?
2. Okay, then I have 1. Generate. Number 2 goes first.
So that's me.
And then number 1 goes second. And number 3 goes last. That's it.
Okay.
Of course, because 2 is bigger than 1. That's why.
So Gabriel first, I'll go second, and
3 is
then
like
Horia last.
3 is like 2 plus 1, so on its own it can't exist, So yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Quick math.
Please give us the news from good old Poland.
The Polish guy. We're gonna call you the Polish Dave.
I have 3 of them. I really hope you will enjoy it. Because I definitely got angry with one of them. So I'll start with the funny one. Or do you want the one where we can have a debate and discuss how religion is fucked? I don't know, which one do you prefer?
Let's go with the religion.
Religion first and having fun after that.
Yeah.
It's nothing too serious. Every stupid bullshit that they can produce, they've already said or done it. But this one, I found it interesting. There's an archbishop. So it's Archbishop Vaclav Depo. I hope I got that right. Doesn't matter anyway. Criticizes John Lennon's song Imagine.
Imagine criticizing Imagine.
I was just like, why the fuck? And he referred to John Lennon's Imagine, which was heard at the opening of the Olympic Games in Tokyo. In the text, we hear about a vision of an utopian, better world without heaven, without hell, without religion, without homelands, and without any property rights. They all live in some utopian peace, like brothers and sisters, said the Archbishop. He also talked about false. This one I enjoyed because it's like he also talked about false Europeanness and the omission of Polishness. And I'm like, well, given the current political climate, I guess, I think what he was trying to say is that Europeanness, stands for openness and inclusion, while Polishness, on the other hand, well,
by just saying
connect the dots.
Polishness is funny.
Yeah, it's like Polishness. It's like, what the fuck do you mean? Is that a new term for being homophobe and retarded mostly?
Polishness.
So
I was curious what he had to say. I'll have to look through the text because it's a pretty big article. Well, not necessarily big, but it's like in information.
Okay, it's just a lot of bullshit written. A wall of text. Okay, so he's not happy with John Lennon because why? I don't get it.
Yeah, me neither.
because basically what his where is it? I'm trying to look for it. Basically I don't know exactly where he's coming from. It's not saying here what was the trigger. I can only guess it was just because recently it was in the opening of the Tokyo Olympics. So, it's someone that, a lot of people listened to, but
looked
they
at,
already, most of them already know the song. So
I mean,
I think
it's one of the more popular songs in the world.
The song that it's so popular, yeah, exactly. The song that it's so popular talks about some utopian.
Yeah. Okay, and what's his problem? Because John Lennon didn't mention the Polish.
I guess so.
Imagine all the people and the Poles.
Pierogies beating their women on the street.
I mean, what the fuck?
You may say I'm a beater, but I'm not.
I mean, he was mad because he imagined a utopia without Polishness. You just don't do that. It's against the law in Poland.
He assessed that many people, in the name of false Europeanness, ignoring Polishness, and therefore in the name of false belief, live in such a way that they owe nothing to anyone. Neither to God, nor to the church, the most important one here, because that's his pocket, nor to their homeland, which is
Poland.
The government, which supports the church, which again, it's his pocket. So, would be nice to give us your money, homos. I think that's his campaign. I think that's his LGBT campaign, his corporate campaign, in their weird way. But I think that's what we have here. Is that
he's basically
sort of
a corporate
LGBT month?
Imagine paying for John Lennon's song and not giving us money. Holy fuck.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I do not want to distinguish executioners from victims. Okay, that's a bit of a far up.
Archbishop.
Invaders and defenders.
Some shit. What?
Warsaw, Lviv, Zagorze. These are name of some places, I guess. Yeah, because other places in the history of Poland. That is why many do not want to recognize the miracle on the Vistula from 101 years ago, with special intervention with God. So it says up here that this miracle of Vistula, where is it?
What the fuck is a Vistula?
No, it's a place. Miracle on the Vistula. Sorry.
So it's the Vistula River. Okay.
Yeah, it's there was a fight against the invaders. I didn't get to read which who was the invader here. I think it was
Most
still
likely
the
Germany.
Germans, most likely Germany, in 1920. Now, it's not saying here about the incident itself or the battle itself, what happened there. Apparently, what I get from what he's saying is that something happened there that they consider to be a miracle. Now, I don't know if it was like an
Imagine.
underdog winning against all odds or anything like that. I have no idea. So he's referring to this battle from 101 years ago, and that they won the battle with special intervention from God, the Blessed Virgin Mary, and Saint Andrei Babola.
Ooh.
Saint Babola, I guess, who carried by God the throne of free people singing. Man, he's on some good mushrooms.
I
Very
mean, yeah.
good stuff, man.
What
So
the fuck?
he also emphasized that also thanks to the miracle on the Vistula, today we participate in the freedom and glory of God's children speaking our Father in our own language.
Imagine.
Because like the Germans didn't win, I guess it should have been German's language, which is German. He quoted the words of Cardinal
Mein Gott.
Stefan. Mein Gott. Who thought us that there is a nation without a past sympathetic. I'm not sure if that's a wrong translation.
I
Maybe
mean,
it's like a sympathetic
half
past.
of my brain just died since you began this shit.
He emphasized, because I'm getting to this part, the criticism. So just for the background, this was whole lot for the background.
Okay.
The subtitle, it's about the criticism of Lennon's Imagine. He
Okay.
emphasized that the fact that our life is in God and we go to God, so this archbishop, right?
Okay.
At the same time, he does not obscure, as he said, the realistic awareness of evil that exists in the world in every human being. In this context, he refers to the teaching of John Paul II, contained in the book Do Not Be Afraid, where the Pope points out that the fear of the modern world stems from the loss of the meaning of life, and people today lack a clear vision of the purposefulness of human existence. It's a real disease, weakness, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we get it. Cool.
Yeah, same old bullshit. Okay.
It was the same throughout, ever since, I guess,
The religion was invented.
religion was
Any of it.
yeah. So we listened to these words almost 40 years after the interview, but they do not foreshadow our times. I think he's asking about the song. I'm not sure if the translation is wrong
Yeah.
or something. Are you working Google Translate? You do. So he gets, in the text, we hear about a vision of an utopian better world without heaven, without hell, without religion, without homelands, and without any property rights. They all live in some utopian room like brothers and sisters, because that's utopian. You don't live in the same room with your brothers and sisters. You fuck them. Thanks, Archbishop.
Fanny Archbishop.
And his dream is a vision, but one of the Catholic editors rightly asks, will the world really be a better place when the borders between good and evil disappear? Right. Because that's what it means. A world without heaven and without hell doesn't mean that they both fuck off. It means that they intertwine. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Between good and evil disappear. When we become people without borders, without homelands, without culture and tradition, and above all without God, yeah, I think it's fine.
Sounds nice.
Sounds good.
Imagine.
Just imagine, yeah. Mary, her joy and gratitude to God. So that's, I don't know, I think that's what he said. That's what he said. Her joy and gratitude. So Mary, her joy and gratitude to God. Funny thing about Mary, because like, imagine being Joseph, man, and your girl is pregnant and she says like, it's God. And you're like, okay. And you buy that. Makes sense.
Interesting.
What? He is a holy child. And he's what? Okay.
Makes sense to me.
Makes sense to me, yeah.
I mean,
look, there's free dudes like that.
Oh my god. I mean, it's just insane. We interrupt this episode to let you know that my internet went down because a truck basically just ripped the cords from the poles. So I lost the internet for like a day and a half. And we're back recording this episode like a week later. So we're just gonna continue with the news we had for this episode, and I'm gonna let Gabby continue with his news. Last time we stopped at the Imagine with the priest, so now we shall continue with the other news, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Why are you crying, Gabby?
Casually, it's a truck that just flipped some
Oh yeah.
cables off.
I got hacked by a fucking truck.
Basic Europoor podcast things.
I think it was that archbishop. It was like, for
Yeah.
a sinner, you're eating a lot of shit.
Stop this right now. Stop the count. Please give us the news from last week, but in this episode.
But this week.
But it's last week.
This week with news from, well, probably last week. So yeah, the other news from Poland that I have, let me see, because I just opened those up. Let me think, which one do I start with?
I mean, did you have more than two?
No, I have two,
Yeah, and you already told us one.
and that's three.
Okay, so you had three.
Was your question, did you or do you?
Quick math.
Did you?
Oh, okay, yes, I did.
Okay. Because I was confused, why would you pick one if you already told us one?
That's what she said.
They doesn't make any fucking sense.
Exactly like that fucking truck. Fucking up with the cables on those poles.
Yeah, I was without internet and television, so it is what it is.
How did it feel to be all alone with your deranged thoughts?
I wasn't, because I just made a hotspot on my phone in the end, and I watched
was it that-
YouTube
You didn't have TV.
because it's basically the same cord.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I didn't thought this through.
It's actually people in the TV actually playing
No, I was
playing out
thinking
every
it's a
night.
different kind of I don't know, cable or something that goes
No. It's
I mean,
the same
If you
cable.
read through the cables, all of them, because I'm thinking, maybe this guy would have been like not a TV, but all the others. Imagine the accuracy of this guy. He was the Michelangelo of driving trucks.
of bad driving trucks.
I mean,
He
it
was
happened.
He was painting, drawing lines. So okay,
Decision
I'll
made.
start with this one, which is, I found it funny. I think it's sort of Poland funny, as is the next one. So the Pendolino train passed over a woman sleeping on the tracks.
What? First of all, what the fuck? It's a Pendolino.
It's simple, it's easy, it's
And second
Clean.
of all, why was she sleeping on the track?
you don't get to ask the questions here.
I mean, it is
Yeah,
a
we
form
kind
of suicide. Like,
So
you just fall
49
asleep,
years-
no pain, no nothing.
man, look, I mean, what I believe is that if you make it look like an accident, you're not a loser. So
yeah.
you're a winner, actually. So is it an accident? Yes. Was it planned accordingly? Also, yes. Oh, a 49 years old inhabitant of Leberg
Leberg.
fell asleep on the tracks and was not even woken up by the sound of an oncoming train.
Allegedly.
The Pendolino driver. I mean, I'm not sure what a Pendolino is, but Pendolino, this train looks like one of those high-speed sort of trains.
Okay.
I mean, that's what it looks to me. But I might be wrong, because then, yeah, I think it's a high-speed train.
Oh,
So,
it's an Italian family of tilting trains, apparently, according to Wikipedia.
right.
What?
Okay, tilting
It's
train.
high-speed rail service from the 60s and 70s.
Oh.
And currently in Poland. So
Okay.
they're ahead of us with like 20 years basically.
Yeah, but
And behind the rest of, Europe by 60 years, but that's
yeah, but basically everybody is ahead of us. So don't worry.
not everyone. But
Not
that doesn't
everyone.
matter.
Okay.
That's the Pendolino.
Okay.
Sorry for interrupting. I just I was curious
No,
about the name because it sounded Italian, but we're in Poland, so
No, thank you. Thank you for your intervention, Captain LOL Train. Now let's continue. So according to the initial findings of the officer, I'll read you this paragraph and you can imagine the dynamic of this accident. According to the initial findings of the officer, the driver of the Pendolino train from Krakow to Kolobrzeg, noticed a person lying on the tracks and tried to brake the train. Due to the speed of the train, it was stopped several dozen meters behind the lying woman. A 49-year-old resident of Leberg suffered head and shoulder injuries, but her life is not in danger.
What?
The woman was taken to hospital. She was probably intoxicated. So, I mean, by the sound of it, it sounds, so she was hit in the shoulders, sorry, and the head. So I literally think that she was sleeping with her head on the track. You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
think so.
Because I can't imagine another dynamic, and I really think the train came and just slapped her shoulder and just pushed her off, sort of dynamic.
I think she was literally sleeping in between the tracks with like the shoulder propped into one of the tracks.
Yeah,
because she was drunk as fuck and just found a place. Hey, this looks like a bed, a really long bed, but hey,
a bed is a bed any time of the day.
Saying that she was in between the tracks.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then she
yeah.
got hit by one of those metal thingies underneath, but not enough to sort of like split her open.
That was strangely specific.
I mean, if you get hit by a train and you're on the actual track, you're gonna be split in half. No matter what's on the track, it's gonna be split in
My
pieces.
God, Captain LOL Train, you don't disappoint with the mordibly disturbing.
I'm not saying I
train
saw some videos in my
accidents,
day.
You're not. Okay, you're not.
I'm just using educated guessing, allegedly.
It's an educated guess, right? Okay,
Oh my God.
so that's what happened with this Pendolino. I mean, to be honest, I feel more sorry for the Pendolino and the driver.
Because it has to, be used every day after 60 years.
Well, it's close to retirement. So
I mean, yeah, that's also true.
the Pendolino is like 5 years away from retirement, and next thing you know, you hit with your small Pendolino dick, you hit some lady sleeping on your tracks. So
and she's drunk as fuck, and
She's
then she's
also
gonna say
drunk
she
and-
didn't consent.
yeah. One other sad thing would be that she's not even gonna remember it.
Yeah, I think she woke up in the hospital like, what the fuck did I do last night?
Imagine the confusion on her face.
I left the bar and now what the fuck?
She felt like in the Hangover movies.
Gina,
And then
Imagine all the poles.
and then a small Asian guy shows up, but did you die?
Oh my God. Yeah, very nice
hopefully
Poland woman.
Yeah.
Hopefully she's all right. She's hitting on trains, it
I mean,
seems.
yeah, she sounds
To
all
be-
right.
To be continued. So now we go to another Polish theme, which is no, it's not domestic abuse. Not this time.
Okay. It's
Okay, so if the conversation starts like this,
is it
it's
sort of
gonna be
like
awesome.
Bonnie and Clyde but with machetes or something?
You might be close. No, I know why you're thinking of Poland when you say that, but no, it's not that. It's alcoholism.
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh, such a big surprise.
Oh my God, who thought about it? You know, Poland comes to a stage. Oh my God, thank you, kurwa, thank you.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought it's about alcoholism?
I'll read the title now.
Oh my God.
He was looking for alcohol, so he drank disinfectant. He found him in the church.
Oh my god. It's
Again,
all the same basically or something.
the translation it's pretty confusing. I'm not sure why, but a concerned priest from Croatian, Greater Poland Voivodeship. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. Don't worry. You got it.
A concerned priest from Croatian, whatever, called the police and reported that there was an unconscious man lying in the church, in his church pew. It turned out he drank hand sanitizer. The 41 years old was hospitalized.
Why? He was already clean.
Disinfected. we shall say disinfected.
According to the police from Croatian, whatever, the incident took place at the beginning of the week in one of the churches in the district. A 41-year-old man walking by the temple, the temple of God, decided to use a hand sanitizer intended for the faithful.
He was one of the faithful, though, so.
One of the faithful. However, he did not intend to disinfect his hands with it, and for a change, to consume disinfectant. The need to drink alcohol must have been so strong that despite the health consequences of such an act, so check this out. He emptied the entire container.
Oh my god.
Then he fell asleep on one of the pews. Concerned priest who found the 41 years old called for the services. So a disinfectant can severely poison the body or even kill a person who drinks such a preparation. That's for weaklings. I mean, this guy wasn't an amateur. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Typically, it contains methyl alcohol, which is hazardous to human health, and sometimes another other
not for
potentially
Eastern
hazardous
alcoholics.
No.
Call an ambulance, but not for him. So for this reason, this man was taken by the ambulance crew to the hospital. Thanks to the help of the medical services, nothing happened to him. No, it's not that. It's actually the fact that his liver is long gone.
It's basically shredded.
He's a huge liver now.
I mean, he was very faithful. If he went by the church and he just went like, I sure bet God has alcohol. And he went in.
Basically,
Man.
God listens to his followers. So he thought, yeah, I'm gonna pray for alcohol and then God will provide. So...
Maybe he thought that since it's in a church and it's a holy place, maybe he thought it's like mead, like what the Greek gods used to.
I don't think they have that in Poland.
No, but that's what he thought, that it's mead, you know, because it's God's home, so he must have the good shit there.
I sure hope that the disinfectant was in like one of those bottles with the pump, and you have to pump it out, and he just stood there in the church pumping the alcohol out for like 30 minutes.
Doing shots.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Chugging this for Jesus.
Jesus, I'm gonna see you soon. Wake me up.
Pour it up, it's your birthday. Oh my god.
Go shoddy, it's your birthday. You don't see Bacardi like it's your birthday.
Oh my god. Fucking amazing.
Yeah, Polish people delivers again. I don't know how you do it. These Polish guys are just
and they hate us. They hate us so much.
Yeah. I mean, no wonder.
Who's us?
Oh my god.
Who?
Who is us? They hate us. Like who?
I don't. Us, as in
Us.
the collective us.
The collective us.
As.
What collective?
I don't know.
Who's composing this collective?
This shitty podcast.
Oh, so just the three of us.
Yeah. And anyone
Ah,
that's against Poland, basically. No, not against
but
Poland,
look.
but makes fun of Poland.
Maybe there's a misunderstanding, so we need to, just make it clear enough. We don't dislike Poland. We absolutely love Poland. The caveat is that we love it for what it is. So,
Exactly. And we make fun of everyone.
yeah, I mean, Poland's on its own niche with domestic violence
I mean, yeah.
and use of weird weapons and alcohol issues. Is that
Yeah.
relative, really? Is that relative that, when you get to a family party and you've seen them there and you're like, nah, I hope it wasn't here. I hope they would
it's
have just
basically
didn't show up.
Eastern European stereotypes on steroids, basically. It's getting close to Russian levels
Yeah.
of stereotype, but they're actually in Europe, so there's that.
Sorry, Putin.
He's crying at the door. Let him in.
No disrespect to all the no disrespect to all the Piotr's out there.
Piotr.
Yeah. When you close the door on Putin, he comes in from the window. So
A fucking tank. What? No land? I thank you.
I thank you.
We shall
Okay.
see about it.
It's time to move on before we get invaded.
That's what all of my exes said. It's time to move on.
Thank you for the news from Poland. Very nice.
Spasibo.
Now,
He
now
actually
it's
knows.
my turn. He knows. He's a spy. It's my turn now because I was second.
But you didn't tell us what happened to your voice.
I have allergies. I'm basically getting killed by a plant.
You're allergic to bullshit.
Actually, no. I'm allergic to a plant called ragweed in English, or commonly known, or colloquially. However,
Yeah,
the fuck you
there you
pronounce
go.
that.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're gonna add some more words to that list.
Yeah.
It's a Khaleesi plant.
The Kali.
Kalulului.
No, colloquially.
Colloquially.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, that's not the
No.
plant. It's a word that I'm
It-
trying to pronounce, but I can't.
Yeah, no wonder it gives you allergies, man.
The
It
plant
sounds
is
like
ambrosia,
It's
basically.
like the Karen. It's like the Karen names of plants.
Yeah.
Like you hear Karen, you stay away. You hear Kalalukia, you just
No, that's another word. It's not a plant.
what?
It's ragweed or ambrosia. That's the plant. I was trying to
and
say a smart word, but I can't pronounce it. So yeah,
You're not. So
Yeah.
but I'm
You forgot something.
I'm operating on zero brain powers.
I think it's one of the first documented cases in history. Well, after Holy Hour, a word manages to beat you. So
Yeah. Don't worry. I got
It's
you
okay.
back.
It's okay. Yeah,
it's okay.
I'm getting my ass beat by a fucking plant. Oh, there's that. Okay, let's continue with the news. I have something real quick from Germany because we're delayed in recording this because of that fucking truck. This is from the 24th of August. Basically, in good old Germany, students in Darmstadt are on high alert after the campus drinks were poisoned.
Okay.
Basically, someone poisoned the milk and the water stored at the Technical University in Darmstadt.
What the
Uh,
fuck? And how did they find out? I wonder.
6
I mean, they're
people were
starting
affected,
feeling sick, right?
and the 30-year-old guy basically was taken to the hospital with severe symptoms. His life was in danger.
God.
He went into shock. All that good stuff. He was basically close to dying,
I don't know,
and
but
they
this
started an
one,
investigation.
Yeah, this one it reminds me of that movie that everybody put laxatives, I think, in the food and the whole. You
Yeah,
know
I
the
mean,
movie.
that would have
I
been
mean,
funnier, but they
yeah,
went
yeah,
for
but
actual poison.
they
Because
gave them rat poison.
Like comedy for lunatics.
their extremities went blue, basically.
This is Dexter's comedy. I mean, Dexter, the serial killer comedy guy.
And yeah, I don't know why. We don't know how. There's no other information on who would have done that.
Yesterday you told me about the blue sky.
Yeah. It was the Beatles all along. But yeah, they issued a warning that if you notice your fingers turning
goddamn
blue,
John Lennon.
it was the ghost of John Lennon.
It was if you don't stop smoking, you'll get Yoko Ono ass. You know that?
I mean, I recently saw that bullshit with her art thing where she was screaming in a microphone.
Yeah.
And people were impressed. And I was like, holy fuck. Okay,
Forgot.
I
This
guess.
is what happens when you forget to take your pills for 2 weeks.
Basically. And they all got Yoko Ono's ass. The end.
They got Yoko Ono'd.
Oh my god.
No, but I was saying that
Oh my
goddamn
God.
John Lennon because the archbishop with Imagine.
Yeah.
That goddamn.
Yeah, so that's it. If you notice your fingers turning blue, contact your doctor because you are poisoned. Yeah, that was it. I just liked it because it didn't make any sense. Like, why would you poison random milk and water?
That's just. What the
I mean,
fuck?
yeah, but why would you shoot up a school? So
I mean,
Basically,
that's
that's
for
the same-
America.
yeah, I
That's
know,
the-
but
that's
that's
the
the
US,
same
yeah.
reason, basically, right? I mean, you can ask the same question for both of them.
There is some.
I mean,
Let's do the
yeah.
profiling. Let's do the profiling. So there is some guy that he's
I
usually
mean-
lonely, doesn't have more than one friend, if any.
Yeah, mate.
Probably doesn't have a girlfriend, and he hates society for some reason.
Yeah, but get this. They do that there because they get recognition for that. As like going out in a blaze of glory. You shoot up the school, you become famous on TV, basically, and everybody knows your name.
Yes.
But then here, it's like serial killer stuff, where you just
Yeah, but
kill.
that's the point, because the motivation is still not
I
the
think
motivation,
it's
but the
not-
final result is still about finding him. You know, the more damage
I
he's
mean, if
doing,
he
the
strikes
better he
again,
feels.
Yeah, but
Sure.
you think it's a serial killer, but I
I'm
think
just-
it's wrong. I think it's like a mass murderer, basically, because a
so he
serial
strikes
killer.
once and then runs away.
Yeah, there you go. Because I mean, a serial killer kills like let's say every week one person at a time, or maybe
Yeah,
two
yeah, yeah.
persons, and that's
Yeah.
a series of killings. But this is like
I
a
mean,
mass
he didn't
one.
kill anyone, so get
Yeah, but
fucked.
he tried to, right?
And he failed, so he might as well ingest his own poison and just fucking go.
He might have. He might have.
He might have.
Oh, I failed. Let's drink what's left.
Color of depression. Okay, so there's a strong evidence here that this guy has issues.
Oh, is it?
Oh, imagine.
I think that's the main reason.
Imagine all the
Whoa!
depression.
Don't throw that word. Okay, that guy is talking about fantasy. Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Imagine no
Have
gods,
issues.
and we're all like sisters. What the fuck are you
What
talking
the fuck? Imagine peace? What the fuck is
Peace?
that?
Imagine
Imagine.
what?
We don't do that here.
No religion? No religion? I'll fucking take this cross and put it in your skull.
Deus vult.
Ah.
You're talking mad shit for someone in crusading distance.
Did you? I mean, this was in Germany, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, but I don't remember how you say it for big dick energy in German.
Uberschwanz. It's the big dick. I don't know the energy
Uberschwanz.
part, but I do remember Uberschwanz.
I'll try to find it. Don't worry.
Keeping on with death and religion,
Oh my god, I love this.
I have some, it's not, I would guess it's not a dilemma for us specifically, but we have from Italy, 26th of August, Italian euthanasia petition big enough to force a referendum.
Can you say that again, please?
Italian euthanasia petition is big enough to force a referendum.
Oh
Nice.
my god.
More than
Nice.
750,000 people in Italy have signed a petition calling for the legalization of euthanasia,
Oh my god.
and it exceeded by far the 500,000 threshold needed to force a referendum on the issue.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah, but
basically, they want to make assisted dying legal for people with terminal disease and incurable diseases that cause physical and psychological suffering they find intolerable.
Okay, wasn't it for everyone? Like, why not everyone?
I thought first when you said it, I thought that you were referring to that I don't know, the death sentence. That's
No, that's
excluded by
sentence.
the EU. That's why I was asking.
No. Euthanasia is an assisted suicide.
Yeah. I think
basically.
it is in Switzerland.
Yeah, I think that's one of the few places in Europe. But yeah. Right now, anyone helping another person to commit suicide can be jailed for between 5 and 12 years. So they want to change that.
Basically, you're killing him or her, so...
Yeah, but it's because he asked you to, so it's assisted suicide, yeah.
So it's not like 25 mandatory, it's like 5 to 12.
Yeah. It's not because, you wanted to kill them, it's just they asked you to, so you get like between 5 and 12.
I wonder why would you get 5 and why would you get 12?
I mean, I guess it depends on how quick and nice you make it. Like if you make it painless and the guy was, 90 and had cancer, like
I don't
okay,
think that
get 5 years
for
And let's be-
misbehaving.
Yeah.
It's a small bump in your career, but
I mean, come on. It's just 5 years, man. Don't worry. You're gonna be treated well. It's Italy here.
Okay.
Oh my God.
There's the Constitutional Court added an exception in 2019 for patients kept alive by treatment and affected by an incurable disease that causes physical and psychological suffering they find
for
intolerable.
Polish migrants.
The patient must be fully capable of taking free and conscious decisions. So basically, everyone else that suffers from incurable diseases can't, take advantage of the assisted suicide. Only people that are kept alive by the treatment. So you have like an incurable disease that causes you pain, but it's not the treatment that keeps you alive. You basically can't do it. You're forced to live,
Yeah, but how do you do with those cancer patients that even the treatment becomes painful and they're not gonna keep it alive?
Yeah, but that's the thing. The treatment doesn't keep you alive in that case.
Okay, yeah.
It's like you're doing the treatment.
They're eligible,
of
basically.
They're not.
I mean, the cancer ones.
No,
I mean,
they're not.
Yeah, but if the treatment doesn't cure you or keep you alive,
Yeah, then you're basically like dead in 2 months.
yeah. So either way,
And
You
you,
can feel some sort of assisted suicide there. I don't think.
yeah,
that-
you would need it, but you couldn't do it because the pills aren't keeping you alive. It's just, painkillers that make it easier. They're not keeping you alive. It just makes it easier. You're just gonna live as long as, the cancer doesn't attack you that hard.
it already attacked you.
Yeah, but
It's a matter of time until it finishes the job.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's basically they're trying to get this, force a petition on this, not the petition, a referendum, and of course, the head of the small Christian political party, Popolo della Familia, People of the Family, said the campaign was a marketing campaign for a culture of death, and that the Vatican has also consistently condemned the idea of allowing assisted dying, calling it an intrinsically evil act.
Right, because
They're out of
keep
their
them
mind.
alive.
I would say
keep them
touching
alive, they're
kids is also an intrinsically evil act, but that doesn't stop you from covering it up. So
Keeping these guys alive for as long as possible, even with some immense pain, would mean that there's still some chances that they would pour some money into the church. Now, if they're dead, they can't do it, can they?
But you get the money faster because the family would have to officiate, all the proceedings. So
Big brain
This
time.
is the business mind. Big brain time.
This guy's vision is so short-sighted.
it's either you get long-term profits or small-term, cash injections, basically.
Yeah, fucking poser.
So yeah, I would assume between us, it's I think we all three agree with this thing.
Yeah, definitely. I would have signed that if I was Italian, but I'm not, so.
Yeah. So that's why I wouldn't think it's much of a debate between us. I see why the Christians would be against it.
Yeah, I mean,
but
imagine
also,
this in Romania. Imagine the shitstorm that would cause.
I mean, fuck them. I would vote
No,
for
I
this
mean,
shit.
the shitstorm in the media.
Yeah.
That would.
I mean, everybody's
re-
against this until they need it, basically.
Yeah, and then remember,
If
few
they
years
would be
ago,
in intense pain, like every day, with no chance of escaping that disease and having to suffer through it, they would be like, "Hey, fucking kill me."
Yeah.
And God isn't gonna help you when you're in pain every single fucking day.
God doesn't help you either. So
I mean, it
Either
does help you
way.
psychologically when
if you're deluded enough, yeah, it does.
I mean, I don't want to judge. To each their own.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
gets their
right.
thing from something. Yeah, I'm not gonna
Where
judge
do you
religion.
where do you get your thing from?
I was wondering when will
From your
he ask
mama.
that?
From Joe Mama?
Joe Mama, yeah.
Oh,
Do you
So
know
yeah,
Candice?
of course I do. Who doesn't know Candice?
Such an exquisite selection of experiences that
So yeah, that was it for me. I brought you death and
and suffering.
killings. Yeah.
Thank you, Lord Hades.
You
Great
are
to see you, man.
welcome.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see you again.
We're gonna ride on the sticks together and show our dicks.
Yeah, so I found in German it's Energie. This is how it's pronounced. So Energie.
Sounds, I don't know.
Google told me that this is
Energy. Sounds Russian. I don't know why.
Energie. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's
I have
your turn now.
Yeah. I have I know I said that I have something from Croatia. I do, but it's very, very old. But I thought I thought it was funny, so we have to basically discuss this a little bit. But I've stayed in the same
this week's
area.
episode of News Archive.
Exactly. No, so basically, the title goes like this: "Feet to go unsniffed as Croatian law on seaside fun gets the boot." Basically,
What?
yeah, I know. So basically, under new rules drawn up by the Croatian government, the beaches of Dalmatia, I think, and the dozens of islands were braced for an invasion by bureaucrats sniffing swimmers' feet for lack of deodorant. Basically, they passed a law that I don't know, rules out or ban somebody's I don't know who smells at the beach. Basically, you can't smell like bad at the beach.
And there are some people that they smell even when they make a shower. So
Yeah, I know,
because they
but
don't use deodorant.
Yeah, and then they the Croatian people call this Nazi tourism.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, come on, man. So on the Mediterranean beaches, half of the girls
Mediterranean.
sorry.
Mediterranean.
Mediterranean beaches, half of the girls are topless or in thongs. You can't be too strict. That's the director of the Croatian National Tourist Office.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Basically, they opposed this law because they were questioning two things. One, how can you think about this? I mean, how can you think about somebody banning someone to go to the beach if their feet are smelly? And then
Yep.
how can you basically, I don't know,
How can you
impose this
enforce
law?
that? Yeah.
Yeah, how can you do
An
it?
issue. Like it's not like there's a huge cloud of smelly feet. Just
I was like, yeah, but how
I mean,
can
you
test
could
that?
get like people that have like food fetishes
And
and
then
just send
put them
professional
to
food
sniff.
smeller.
And then
Send
go
them on the
by
beach.
the beach and then sniff
They take out
people's feet.
their fucking papers like, I'm with the government. Let me smell your feet.
And show like a badge. So
It
I
doesn't
work for
smell
the-
good. 500 euros. Fuck off. Go home now.
go take a shower, man.
Go take a shit.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. I just
fucking retards.
ran across it. That's why I was.
I mean,
was
this is
eager to-
basically like corrupt politicians thinking up stupid shit to keep the people busy while they do their
Basically.
dirty work.
yeah.
Probably, yeah, but
It's
Like-
exactly
yeah.
it's exactly like in corporations. A lot of noise, no bark, a lot of stupid people with useless jobs just trying to make it
Yeah,
seem
yeah.
like they have some
Yeah.
sort of impact.
Make some
when
noise
they
so
don't.
you can do the dirty shit underneath so nobody sees it. They're busy
Yeah.
discussing oh my god, they're so stupid. Yeah. I'm crying in 500 euros per second.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was it for the unsniffed feet.
Thank you, Croatia. Very nice.
And then I told you I stayed in the same kind of region. I went to Montenegro, and then I found something that's very interesting. It's the title goes like this: Idleness contest in Montenegro. Record broken, but 3 competitors still lie.
What?
So basically, in Ethno village in Montenegro at Dolna Brezna, organized the traditional contest of laziness. The competition pokes fun at the stereotype that Montenegro people are work shy. Even though the world record was broken, three remaining contestants were still competing this morning. They were lying flat in order to win an award of 300 euros.
So basically, they just need to stay still, like be lazy.
Be lazy, not stay still. Just lie down for a while. This is a quote. We're slowly entering the 93rd hour. The world record set 2 years ago, which was 52 hours, was broken. The most persistent 3 are still competing.
Holy fuck.
They stated that they have no intention to stand up.
No, we're good here. Thanks.
Yeah.
We're gonna rest a bit.
Oh my god.
Fucking
The breaking
legends.
of the record probably came as a direct result of the change of the rules compared to the previous years. Now, every 8 hours, the contestants are allowed to go to the toilet. Oh,
Okay.
So the other guy just stayed there for 52 hours without going to the
Or
toilet?
maybe he just pissed himself.
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
fuck it. I'll
don't
do
think-
it for 300 euros.
Oh, come on. Take a shower, you're good. 300 euros or 300 euros. Oh my god, they're allowed to go to the toilet. Yeah, so
Very nice.
the organizer said that they're allowed to go to the toilet after 8 hours, so maybe it was easier to break the record set 2 years ago, which was 52 hours continuously lying down. They
Holy
weren't allowed
shit.
to go to the toilet. I couldn't have imagined that, so all credit go to them. Yeah, so basically 2 boys and 1 woman from Podgorica were still lying at,
Nice.
the writing of this article.
Very nice. Very cool,
I mean-
Montenegro. I thoroughly
Yeah.
enjoyed that.
Yeah, we might go next year.
Can we sign up? I can be useless for 300 euros.
Oh, and it happened like real recent. It's like 24th of August this year. So basically like a month ago, not even.
I mean, it's basically like being socially assisted when you're perfectly capable of working, but you just don't want to and you just eat the state's money. That's basic.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture. Let's see if it works.
Fucking hell.
I find it funny that they're trying to fight the stereotype by doing exactly that.
I mean, yeah, they're like, fuck them. Let them talk shit.
I mean, if they were doing it with no prize, probably they would raise awareness. But with the prize, I mean, everybody will show up. Come on, man! I just have to lay down.
Every single lazy guy in that area will show up.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
most of them wouldn't because they're too lazy to get out of the house. It's like, not worth it. Fuck
yeah, but
that.
I'll check this out to find out more about the rules of this contest. But I mean, if you can bring your
Rules of
phone,
engagement.
if you can bring a phone, I mean, I can lay down for a lot longer than 93 hours. Oh, my god. Yeah, very very nice in Montenegro. And then I have to go to England because my
Englando.
affiliation. My affiliation and my love for burglars and thieves.
And not for burgers.
Yeah, for burgers too, but a little bit less now.
Fish and chips, mate.
Yeah, so basically, I don't. This is like an English, very British word. British word. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I gotta add another word to the list. So it's bungling, I think. Bungling. I don't know.
Bungling.
Yeah, I don't know what it means.
Define bungling.
Bungling.
The action or fact of carrying out a task clumsily or incompetently.
Oh, so basically it's a clumsy bank
Yeah.
robber. Okay.
Yeah.
So a bungling bank robber leaves empty-handed after cashier struggles to read his handwriting. Oh.
Hand me the money. I'm British.
British.
British. British.
You what, mate? I cannot understand you.
Do what,
Give me the
mate?
money.
Do what, mate? What do you want?
So
Do you want the Wawa?
oh, I have a picture
The
of
Wawa.
his. I have a picture of his handwriting. Yeah. Oh my god. Why?
Why?
I can't save it.
I can't. Copied image. Mr. Internet. Mr.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
I'm saving it as I mean, I press save as, but
But why?
Save as. A.
yeah, I'll do another trick. I'll use
British.
the snipping
Snip.
tool.
Using
The-
the sneak.
Yeah, the snip.
The sneaky British.
Okay, and that's him. Oh my god.
Okay.
Or-
The pen tried to have sex with the paper.
Or Serene won't
Yeah, I think
Stop.
won't.
hook
What? I think that's what.
What? 9v0. I mean,
Sure.
his face. He looks like Miss Piggy's grandfather from that children's show. What was it called? Sesame Street?
Yeah, Sesame Street. Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Piggy. He has that nose. I mean, I don't understand what the fuck. Just hand over the
10s and
20s.
20s.
10s and 20s in the pussy.
Stacking 10s and 20s. Oh.
Threes?
Think.
Don't.
I mean, it got me here.
Customers.
Think, don't.
The customer.
No, I think that's not don't.
I mean, I have no fucking idea what he just said to me.
It says move screen.
Move?
Yeah, I mean the first word, move screen.
I mean, let's just go through the article because this shit is insane.
I mean,
I have no idea what the fuck he wrote.
And this is a podcast too, and if people can't see it, so
I mean, I'm gonna
relevant.
put it in the description so everybody can, go and see and try to decipher whatever the fuck this guy said.
Yeah.
I mean, we got 10s and 20s, so
yeah, yeah, and then screen. I think that's screen.
Exactly what he was writing there. Turn your screen, stack the 10s and the 20s in your pussy, bitch. Maybe that's. Of course, he didn't understand it.
I mean, he was listening to that TI song. I think he had the 10s and 20s.
Yeah. I forgot the name, but yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
No, it's Taiga, Rack City. It's Taiga, Rack City with the 10s and 20s.
I thought of another TI song.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, let's go through the article real quick because
I mean,
we're
we had
dragging
our
this
fun.
out. Yeah.
Alan Slattery? I don't know how this name is pronounced.
Slattery.
Fled empty-handed from the Nationwide Building Society branch of Eastbourne after Taylor struggled to read his threatening note.
Imagine
Slattery.
his ego.
Slattery, 67 years old, and a retiree, left bank with no cash in March, I think, after employees struggled to read his message demanding they hand over cash. Police shared a picture of the ransom note on Twitter. If you look hard enough at the picture above, you can read, "Your screen won't stop that I've got." So your screen won't stop what I've got. Just hand over the 10s and the 20s. Think about the other customers. Fucking hell. It makes a lot of sense now, but
You're eating a lot of shit for someone who struggles with a pen.
Oh my god. So that's about. I mean, yeah, if you say it, I can kind of see it now, but no, that's not how you spell about.
Oi, Becky, can you come here and help me with this note, darling?
Oh my god. Later that same month, Slattery made off 2,400 British pounds from a nationwide branch in his hometown, St. Leonard's. He tried another robbery at NatWest branch in Hastings in April, but that time left without any money. Probably he wrote another of this note.
So basically, just 1 in 3 bank tellers could read his note.
Yeah, he should have robbed like a pharmacy, man. He should have robbed the pharmacy. They would have totally understand his writing.
I appreciated that he didn't use a printer. Like just put it on a Word document or a text or whatever, print it out and just hand it over. But he was keen that.
Police later identified this man from bank security footage and arrested him near his home. This is their report. Around whatever date and time. Slattery entered the Nationwide Building Society branch in a London road. He handed a threatening note over the cashier, who, in fear for her safety, handed over 2,400 in cash.
Even
Slattery
though
did
she
not.
couldn't understand.
Yeah, I mean, she probably understood the tens and twenties, so she figured it out. So
I mean, yeah, she just went like, yeah, I think this guy's gonna rob us. I mean, I'm just
Slattery-
gonna, the money's insured. Let's just give him some
But
cash. Fuck off.
just to be sure, Oi, Becky, can you help me read this now, darling?
What does it say here? What? Does he want what?
Tens and twenties, I don't know what's that.
As inquiries were
Oh my
ongoing to
God.
trace Slattery, police received a call from the NatWest Bank in whatever Hastings in Havelock Road. Staff at the bank reported the man entering the branch and handing over a threatening note demanding money. The cashier challenged the man, who then left empty-handed.
Wow, so it was as easy as what do you want? And he's like, never mind.
Don't worry.
Ain't nothing
Okay.
but a G-Fang.
I just sent you a link. This
Yeah,
guy
I've seen
reminded
it.
me of this gift. Get a load of this guy.
And I wonder. Oh, come on. Okay, so Slattery. I don't fucking know his God's name.
Slattery.
Okay, so Slattery. Okay, because he's British.
British,
He's
yeah.
British. Slattery.
Yep.
Okay. Pleaded
actually-
guilty.
It's actually SL. No, it's actually S and lottery. Because with
S
his notes,
lottery.
he would be better off playing the
Slattery.
lottery.
Okay, so he pleaded guilty to all three offenses and was given 6-year extended sentence
Easy.
Easy.
comprising of 4 years in custody and 2 years on I don't know, they'll release them. I don't know how this fucking thing works. Basically, there are it's called probation, I think, right? For 2
Yeah.
years.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
Fucking legend.
I mean, I know I can I can write like pretty badly, but I you would understand.
On the other hand, you don't go robbing banks with fucking paper notes that are just written
I
like
mean,
shit. At
you
least
go with a
print it
gun
if
and
you...
then you don't have to say anything. Oh my god. Yeah.
I mean, it worked once for him, so there's that.
Yeah, but it worked, but it didn't work like
Yes.
it's supposed to, basically.
6
Because
years
he
for
gave
£2,000. So basically, he would be better off if he would only just work one of those 12 months for 6 years.
Yeah,
1 year. I mean, like 1 month each
Or,
year for those 6 years,
like
and he
get
would
some
be better off.
social assistance, get those food stamps, and
Yeah,
you're gonna
that-
get more money.
I mean, maybe he needed money for something else, man. You don't know that. I mean,
I mean, he does look like he does meth, so
yeah.
or
So
crack cocaine or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck.
you can't buy that with food stamps. So
I mean, I
Heroin.
bet somewhere you could.
yeah, definitely.
Oh
But
my
aren't the
god,
drug dealers like accepting food stamps as well?
I
I
think they do.
I mean,
think
I've
they
heard
do.
stories in our country, so yeah. I mean,
Stories in our
Allegedly.
countries, I haven't allegedly.
no, I haven't bought with food stamps, but I've heard stories about it.
Well done. You've just publicly said you've bought drugs.
Oh my god, like, yeah, catch me. With
Yeah.
what? With what?
Oh my god. So yeah, that was for this episode.
I mean,
That
yeah,
was
it was a good one. This one.
recorded in 2 separate
Two.
weeks with news from a week and a half ago. But it
That's
wouldn't
like
be Europoor.
4.5 weeks ago.
Yeah. If it isn't scuffed. So yeah. Any last words before we commit assisted suicide?
Nope.
Nope. Just fucking end it.
please be done with it.
Stop wasting my time. Thank you very much for listening. Follow us on Twitter at Europoor Podcast, on Instagram, Facebook, whatever the fuck, any other social. I guess those are the social media. My brain is fried. I'm gonna go
I
take
guess
my
it's
medicine and
TikTok
go the
too,
fuck to
but-
sleep.
Take the pills.
Yeah,
So early.
yeah.
Maybe
And,
you're gonna need some assistance.
I mean,
Do you
I'm
need
gonna
some-
get killed by a fucking plant.
Do you need some assistance from my dick?
No, because I'm already suffocating.
Right.
Yeah, but
Nice.
you wouldn't suffocate on his dick, so don't worry about
I mean,
it.
I can only breathe through one nostril, and he would plug the other one and then put a hand over my mouth. So because he's kinky like that, and he would
What the
fucking
fuck?
end me.
I didn't.
Allegedly, in a game.
Well, allegedly in a game that you have a lot of details of. It sounds like you fantasized about it. Oh my god.
Me never. It's time to end this.
Okay, guys, see ya.
Bye.